Good morning and welcome to episode 74 of MorningCraft. Today we're going to be building an iron farm so we don't have to keep killing all of our golems. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's get started. So I started off by finding the area where we first spawned, and then I began to work on the iron farm. And I built this in the spawn area because these chunks always stay loaded, which means when we're away from the farm, we should be generating loads and loads of iron. I placed down the beds for the villagers, and then I made a stairway so we could get a zombie to haunt them. I then placed some trapdoors so the zombie could get in. And then it was time to grab the villagers. So I headed over to the nearest village, and this one's just across the way from spawn. So I grabbed the villagers and I placed them into some boats. And then I moved them closer to where I wanted them. I then dug a channel so that I could transport them, and I placed boats at the other end to catch them, and there we go, they were on the other side. I began to row them over to the iron farm. And then I managed to get them in, but one of them decided to run away back home to his farm. And he managed to get away because I got bothered by a bunch of monsters. But when I returned, I made sure to punish him, break his composter, and steal his friend. And as a little bit of an extra, I decided to use the lily pads that we got when we were in the swamp to make this sort of bridge across the lake. And we've not really connected these two buildings up yet, but for now we can cross the lake using this nice little lily pad bridge. I'm pretty bad at walking across it backwards. There we go. And we can take a nice rest down here, and we can look at all the fish just chilling in the pond. I think we need even more, but I don't really have time to get those right now, and it's just started raining. With the villagers in place, I then worked on the rest of the farm. I built the lava blade that would kill the golems. And then I placed in the water and lured a zombie into the hole, and then the iron golems started spawning. I flattened the area around the farm, and I started to place down paths so that iron golems wouldn't spawn around the farm, but would spawn inside. And with the paths in place, the iron golems were all spawning inside the trap. I then decided to neaten up the area by placing a cobblestone trim around the mob farm. And then I decided to freestyle with a bit of decoration around the farm. I had to build this using slabs so that things wouldn't spawn on top of it. But I built a nice roof section. And then a strange tower in the middle, which doesn't really make sense, but I think it looks a bit better than a flat area of pathways. And here you can see the farm doing its work. As the iron golems spawn, they go straight into the lava blade, and they drop their iron into the hoppers, which go into the chest. And here we have it. Here's the finished iron farm. As you can see, I've built this sort of enclosure around it. And we've got a zombie here trying to bother us. But if I go into this chest, you can see we've produced about 4.5 stacks of iron. So we shouldn't have any issues with iron anymore. And because this is in our spawn area, it should stay generating no matter where we are in our world. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've had a good morning, and I'll see you in the next episode of MorningCraft.